Carson, tell me where we are, what we're gonna do.
We're in Clam Squirt, Washington.
It's called squim.
It's squim.
Native American word to describe the clam going like spitting water out.
Filtering. They filter and then spit out the water, right?
Squim, Washington.
Yeah.
We got Olympic
National Park.
Yeah.
And we're going to fish for kokanee, which, from what I can understand, kokanee. See, I can't even talk this morning.
No.
It's too early, Jeff.
Too East Coast guys.
We've been on the road too long.
God.
Just start over.
No. That was it. You're eating your Starbucks, whatever that is.
Kokanee?
Kokanee. Squim.
Kokanee, from what I understand, is a landlocked, like, sockeye.
Yeah.
And we've never done it.
Yeah.
So,
we're following Kyle.
and Kyle knows what he's doing.
Kyle knows things about squim and kokanee and dodgers, wobblers. I don't even know. What was it? Mini hooch skirt?
Micro hoochie.
Micro hoochie. It's like we're gonna learn about micro hoochie today. What? That's what it's called.
I know.
They're little. They're like little.
I don't know who names these things.
It almost looks like a little tube skirt. It's a teaser. It's a teaser behind a spoon. We have no idea what we're gonna do, but we have an expert. We're gonna go catch kokanee.
Literally don't. We're not taking
with
one
a
of our
micro
own
hooch.
rods.
No. There are people watching this right now who be like, you didn't really mean to say micro hoochie.
No, that's what it's called.
That's what it's called.
What's up, guys? We are here with Kyle Kautzman up in Washington. We're in Squim. Well, actually, we're probably not in Squim right now.
This is like Port Angeles.
Port Angeles. And this is a beautiful lake. And we're doing something we've never done before. Jeff and I have never fished this way, this water, or for this fish, which is kokanee, which was like a landlocked salmon or sockeye kind of thing.
Like a sockeye.
Yeah, perfect. I don't know what we're doing, but he does. So.
All right, I got some rods I'm gonna show you too. So, you got the custom made by Relic rods there. 4 to 10 pounds is the perfect kokanee rod right here for trolling.
Okay. You got a counter?
Yep, line counter on the Daiwa.
Okay.
Alexa 100.
Yep.
Yep. 7
And then
foot.
What do we got tied on up
yeah,
here?
so up here we have the this is a slider weight. So we've got the slider weight for weight, and then a bead swivel.
Okay. And you attach.
We go 3 feet a leader off that bead swivel to a dodger.
Okay, which is a big spoon.
Big spoon basically, and then 6
and there's
inches.
No hook on the spoon.
No.
There's just like a fly or just a little thing.
6 to 8 inches is all too. And the dodger
and the spoon just kind of does whatever.
Yep. You don't want it to twirl. You just want it to dive back and forth.
And what's our speed?
1.1 miles per hour.
I love that specificity. Like,
yeah,
you know,
if you go 1.3, you're gonna catch cutthroat.
Yep.
If you slow it down just a little bit, you get the kokanee.
Okay, cool.
Heck yeah.
All right, I got this custom bait caster made with a rain shadow blank line counter. I'll zero that out. And what Kyle told me, he had this clip. I guess that's for weight. It's a lot like when I was with Chuck Earls up on Lake Erie for walleye, where you know he had the clip-on weights. I think this, if you have to get it deeper, I got one weight here while you're trolling. That big old musket ball that clips on, I guess. But I don't even know. All he said was to put the Dodger, which is the spoon, which has no hooks. Here's the Dodger, this big old wobble. Just, yeah. All right, I'm gonna tie that on. I don't even know what end to tie on. I think I'm gonna do the narrow end. He said at the end of this leader. I think I'm gonna show the whole thing at the end. But after that, again, first time doing this, you put one of these little skirts that has a couple hooks, and on those hooks you put, it's so much like a walleye worm harness. Ew, look at these squishy little things. All right, that's like maggot, like power bait type maggot. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna let him tell you. It smells like cotton candy. Seriously, it really, I mean, Kyle said it smells like cotton candy. I'm gonna see if it kind of tastes like it. I can't say it tastes like a maggot because I've never tried eating maggots, but first time for everything. All right, Kyle. I want you to check my work. Did I do this right? I got this weight on this little slidey thing.
Oh yeah, 4 ounce?
Is it 4 ounces?
It looks like it, yep. Perfect.
All right, and then this swivel thing, and I got a leader going back to, we call that a Dodger?
Dodger, yep.
Yep, just a spoon with no hooks on it, the swivel, and then what do you call that thing at the end?
That's a Hoochie right there.
That's a Hoochie. Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Look at that Hoochie. All right, I got 2 maggots on the Hoochie, and we're gonna lower this down and go 1.1 mile per hour.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, let's do that.
Awesome.
And how much line do you let out typically?
It depends on the depth, but between 25 and 50.
All right, so I want to see between 25 and 50 on the counter, right?
Yeah, yep.
All right, once I get my line figured out here, I'll start moving at 1.1.
Sounds good.
Thanks for setting me up, pal.
Yeah, you bet, man.
All right, I got 1.2.
What color did you choose?
What's that?
What color did you choose for your presentation?
The hooch
Yeah.
was,
Is it orange?
I think it was orange.
Okay, I'm going pink. Honestly, it's a very color dependent day, so whatever hits, we'll probably all want to switch to that.
Okay, so pink, orange. Jameson should do white.
White or green?
White or green?
For your presentation.
Yeah, I got 31 feet on the counter there, and just moving it. I think 1.3 is almost too fast. Let me slow it down to 3 watts. 1.1. Yeah. And right above the bottom. He said we're in 38 feet. I got it at 31. Maybe they come up for that. Let's just look around. Look at this. The mountains. This lake near the Olympic, well, we're on the Olympic Peninsula somewhere.
Cutthroat, that's a trout, and yeah, they're distinctly different. Their meat is white. You can identify them because their fins are more orange. They truly look like a trout compared to the coconut.
Show over the camera and just, kind of talking about that color.
Alright, Kyle's on the board with the... You say it was a cutthroat?
That was a cutthroat.
Okay, cutthroat.
So I'm going pink. Green.
Awesome. Well, we know the cutthroat.
Very color dependent, apparently. My rod's hit down in the water like that. Get back up to the 1.1 mile an hour. Jameson's got one.
Now, see if I can determine what I got.
That looks like a little coconut.
Yeah.
What color are his fins?
He's kind of got specks and he's got a little pink to him. I would have guessed this was a cutthroat, but I don't see the spot on his, I don't know.
Got one. I got one.
Yeah, buddy.
See if it's going to be the first target species of the, or is he going to get a cutthroat just to get that out? Yeah, get that out quick.
Get him up pretty quick. Yep, there's a little fish there. Oh, and he got off. He got off.
Oh no.
I got to see him though.
Oh yeah, hey, so keep your kayak engaged in the same speed while you're on, so keep his head pulled forward.
All right, I made that mistake. I let off on the motor.
Oh, I noticed you'd stopped. I should have said something. But
Okay.
That's a good tip, though.
Well, apparently you're supposed to keep the kayak moving, but I was at about 38 feet, or 38 feet of line out when I got bit there on the orange
Another
teaser.
thing I'll do sometimes is they'll come to the surface and they'll start trying to jump out of the water. Sometimes I'll just stick my tip in the water to keep them in the water. Yeah.
All right, so Kyle just had me update to a larger Dodger, and he says that's the one I should be dragging behind it. So making some adjustments. I think everyone has had a knockdown. They each got at least one, and I got the one knockdown. I got to see it. It's probably 12-inch fish down there when he got off right next to the boat.
It looks the same as the cutthroat, man. It's another cutthroat. I don't know, though, because I haven't caught a kokanee before. It is?
I just want to see one up close, and I got away.
It looks like a cutthroat to me. But again, I've never caught a kokanee, so. It has the rosy cheeks and all that. Cutthroat. Yeah. That's what I figured. It's a little better than the last one. Get this back in the water so it doesn't get all tangled up. Beautiful little fish though. Just so cool. Silver. They look similar to me to like a rainbow trout. Let's get him back in the water.
Cool.
Yawn. Freaking yawn.
So let's take a look at some of the other boats that are out here trolling, kind of doing the same thing. Some of them it looks like they got the downriggers instead of the single 4-ounce ball weight directly on the line. Again, it just reminds me a whole lot of what people do for walleye. All right, we're actually here for a company event for Batson Enterprises, which Jameson is sponsored by. It's also, I guess it's branded Team Rain Shadow. So rod building components that they supply to a lot of rod manufacturers, but also rod builders. So he looks like he is zooming in there to just check in and say hi, and I'll join him here in a little bit. I'm really hoping to land one. I know he's landed I think he's landed 2 or 3. I've had 2 hits and didn't land the one that I got close, so I'll keep going for a little while longer, see if I can get something going. There is that one. GoPro, start recording. GoPro, start recording. Yeah, I think I got one here. I got off. Jeez, that's maddening. GoPro, stop recording. Well, clearly I'm not doing something right. It's tricky. I mean, the trolling speed and the depth, and certainly we have a couple locations here where we're getting more bites, but I'll put that back down at 29 feet. Slow back down to the 1.1. See if I get another bite. One here. Definitely. Yep. Have a little guy on there. I'm just gonna swing him in. Yay! I caught one. I'm gonna wet my hands. Let's see. See how this guy looks. I have no idea if that's a kokanee or what we got here. No clue. So I'm gonna do the. Yep, you got sharp teeth, but I'm gonna do the bass thing like an idiot. But that's okay. There is no good way to show this dude. What is that? Is that a kokanee? I don't know what it is. I'm gonna put him in the net and see if we can find out what this is.
Tell me what I got here. Alright, I put him in the net after unhooking him. I want you to tell me what species we got here.
You got it.
I don't know, is this the kokanee or?
You looked him up? Yes, that's a small kokanee.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh wait, nope. Sorry, that's a cutthroat. That's a cutthroat.
This is a cutthroat?
Yep. And
okay.
If you look under his, so there's some red slits that you can see if he opens himself up.
Yeah.
Right there. Those are the cutthroats, and then how he's all speckled, and then those yellow fins and that orangish tip.
Yeah.
That'll help you identify.
Okay, cutthroat, and we put him back?
Yeah. Well, you can keep them if you like, but they're not very good.
No? Okay. Let him go.
Okay.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. I'm here with Holly from Batson Enterprises. Now, what is your role with Batson?
I work in marketing, and I'm Bill's executive assistant. Bill's the CEO.
Okay.
We're out here today because it's Gone Fishing Day. Every year we honor Bob Batson, who has passed, and this is our day of remembering him and honoring his legacy.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So this is just like a get-together for, the whole company.
Yes.
So just come outside and enjoy nature and
Yes.
get a bite to eat and
Yes.
maybe do some fishing.
And it's a paid holiday. That's
Cool.
the other really cool thing.
Right on.
It's a very special day.
Very cool. Well, I'm going to take a few more passes here, see if I can catch one or two more other fish, and then I'm going to come join you guys for something to eat.
Awesome. Lunch is at noon, hamburgers and hot dogs.
That'll work. Thanks,
Okay.
Holly. Looks like Kyle just got a good one. Nice, man. What is he?
This is a kokanee.
Okay, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's
And
what we're
he's-
looking for.
He's the halibut bait,
He's
right?
the halibut bait.
Very
This guy-
cool.
2 halibut per kokanee.
Very cool.
Yeah, buddy.
It's a
Yeah,
good
they're a
one, I
little
guess.
deeper today.
How big is that?
Shoot, man. I want to say this.
The right size for bait.
This is the perfect size for bait.
Excellent.
Yeah, I maimed the smaller one, but I think he'll be good for bait as well.
Cool.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Had some good lunch. Now it's time to see if we can get back on these suckers. You know, Kyle said he stayed out a little bit longer than I did, and he caught a couple more. He said mostly he's fishing deep. So this morning I think we got a couple bites in 30, 35 feet of water, and he's saying no, we're finding them out over 80 feet of water in about 55. So I'll let the 55 go out, get this slow troll going, and just kind of wander out here, see what we find. I think I just got a hit. I don't know if there's still one on there or not. It was deep, down in 55. Definitely whacked it. Yeah, there's still something on there. Little guy. Huh. Okay. Yeah, tiny little fish. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can figure out if this thing has the little red slits under its chin to see, is this a cutthroat? Man, I gotta get my hands on you first. Too slippery. Way too slippery. I don't think this guy's 10 inches. Yeah, I don't see red. Maybe he is a kokanee. I'm gonna scoot over to Kyle, see if this fish here is a kokanee and one that we should keep for the halibut. Find out. Slimy. All right. Kyle says that is a kokanee. We're gonna dye him and brine him. What does that process mean?
So it's basically you dump a bunch of dye in a Ziploc baggie, and
Yeah.
a bunch of salt basically, and leave it like that overnight, maybe a couple nights, and then you vacuum seal them like that.
Okay.
They're ready to rock and roll.
Cool. Do I just leave him on my deck?
Yeah, if we were gonna eat them, then we would want to put them on ice right away.
Okay. So one of the tactics that you use in any trolling application is to zigzag. The reason for the zigzag is, say it's off on your right and then you turn to the left. Really what that's doing is temporarily speeding up the trolling speed, right? And then as you straighten out and then maybe you take an inside turn on the zigzag, and I don't know, I just did that too fast to really be meaningful in this application. It slows down. So if it's on the inside of the turn, it slows down. If it's on the outside of the turn, it speeds up. That change in direction and change in speed really means that the bait is coming up or going down in the water column. It's speeding up in rising or it's slowing down and sinking. Whatever the case is, that is a strike trigger. I've known that for striper fishing, certainly for trolling for walleye with Chuck Earls on Lake Erie. And Kyle reciprocated the same tactic. Make sure you get some turns in, and zigzagging back and forth is, one way to get a few more bites. I just got one hooked on the surface. Is when you get a bite, accelerate with the motor, and that seemed to do something. He's a little bit better sized fish compared to what I got before. Yeah, cool. Let's see if I can. Oh, he's jumping. Oh, and he's off. Should have used. Oh, and he shot off that way. Should have used the net. Okay. Well, that was. Yeah, nets are good. Darn it. So, Jameson went back to the party, say goodbye. I think we're gonna wrap it up because I know it's 3 o'clock now, and we're starting tomorrow, 4 a.m. ish. We still have a good amount of stuff to get ready for tomorrow, and hopefully gonna get in bed early tonight so that when we do the offshore trip we're not totally worn out, because I have a feeling, at least for those halibut, we're gonna need to be well rested and nice and strong. So it's been good to get out here, learn a new technique. Got to land 2 fish, which is, I don't feel bad, that's all I caught out here, because it's totally different equipment, totally different technique. Like I said earlier, closest thing I can relate it to is trolling for Lake Erie walleye, like I did with Chuck Earls. I think there's a lot of crossover tactics that, you know, will work for kokanee and these cutthroat here and there that will also work for walleye. Similar presentation, but you know, I tried to match what I was taught as closely as possible, and had a little bit of success. I know Jameson did as well. So it's been fun here in Washington and on the Olympic Peninsula on this beautiful lake. Thanks for watching.